Let's talk about skin aging. It's not something we should fear. Actually, it's a biological process that we can totally understand and even influence. Today, we're going to cut right through all the marketing hype and crack the code on what actually works for ageless skin, and we're basing it all on pure science. So let's just dive right in.
Forget all those myths about a magical fountain of youth. The real secret? It isn't some miracle. It's a formula. It all comes down to understanding what's happening on a cellular level and then using the right, proven ingredients to get your skin what it needs. And today, we are going to break down that exact formula step by step.
Okay, first things first. If you want to solve the problem of skin aging, you have to really understand it. So let's start by decoding the fundamentals, your skin's blueprint. We'll look at how it's designed to work and what starts to change as the clock ticks on.
So get this, your skin is in a constant state of renewal. Seriously, think of it like a little factory that's running 24/7. Deep down, new, fresh skin cells are being made. They then travel all the way up to the surface, pushing off the old, dead cells to reveal that bright new skin underneath. This whole thing is called the skin cycle, and it is the foundation for, well, everything.
But, and this is the crucial part, that factory schedule changes over time. When we're young, that whole renewal cycle takes about 28 days. Pretty efficient, right? But as we get older, it slows down a lot. And that slowdown means those old, tired cells just kind of hang around on the surface for longer, which is exactly what gives us that dull, less radiant look.
So, we know the process slows down naturally. That's just part of life. But there are certain things, both inside our bodies and out in the world, that can basically hit the fast-forward button on aging. Let's meet the two main culprits, shall we?
Okay, culprit number one, and the biggest trigger for premature aging, is something called oxidative stress. Think of it like this. Things like UV rays from the sun and everyday pollution, they create these tiny, chaotic little molecules called free radicals. These things are super unstable, and they just bounce around inside our skin, damaging healthy cells. And over time, that damage adds up and starts to show up as wrinkles and dark spots.
Next up, let's talk about collagen and elastin. These two are like the scaffolding for your skin. They're the proteins that hold everything up, keeping it firm and bouncy. But as we age, our bodies just don't produce as much of them. That internal scaffolding starts to break down. And the result? The skin loses its firmness, its elasticity, and that's when we start to see sagging and fine lines. All right, enough about the problems. That's the downer part. Let's talk about the solutions, because the good news is science has identified some absolutely incredible ingredients that can fight back hard against those culprits. These are the proven heroes of skincare.
So our first line of defense is a group called antioxidants. You can literally think of them as molecular bodyguards for your skin. They work like magnets, finding and neutralizing those damaging free radicals before they can wreak havoc on your healthy cells. It's a simple concept, but it's incredibly effective.
And when you talk about antioxidants, vitamin C is an absolute superstar. For real. It doesn't just play defense against future damage. Oh no, it also helps repair past issues by visibly brightening the skin and helping to fade those pesky dark spots. It is a must-have for daily protection and for getting that radiant, glowy complexion we're all after.
Okay, so vitamin C is our defender, then retinol is the master rebuilder. It's a form of vitamin A, and it's one of the most researched and proven anti-aging ingredients on the entire planet. Its main job, to get that cellular factory working overtime again, just like it used to.
I mean, retinol is a true powerhouse. It does so much. It gets in there and tells that sluggish skin cell factory to pick up the pace. It encourages new collagen growth, which means firmer skin. It can even help with things like acne and enlarged pores. For improving your overall skin texture, it is an absolute game changer.
But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Because retinol is busy revealing all those fresh, new skin cells, it makes your skin way more vulnerable to the sun. So listen up, because this part is non-negotiable. If you use powerful ingredients like retinol, you have to be super diligent with your sun protection every single day.
Our final hero is hyaluronic acid. Now, don't let the word acid fool you. It doesn't exfoliate. It's actually a moisture magnet. See, hydrated skin is happy, resilient skin. It just works better, it looks plumper, and it's less likely to show fine lines. And hyaluronic acid is one of the best ways to give your skin that big, essential drink of water.
Okay, so we've met our hero ingredients. We know what they do, but how do we actually put them to work? Well, the key is to assemble them into a simple but really powerful daily game plan. We're talking one routine for the morning and one for the evening.
Your morning routine has one main mission: protection. That's it. You start with a gentle cleanse, then you put on your vitamin C serum to act as that bodyguard against everything the day is going to throw at you. You follow that with a moisturizer to lock it all in, and then you finish with the most crucial step of all: sunscreen.
Now, your evening routine is all about repair. You start by thoroughly cleansing the day away, and that means getting all that makeup and sunscreen off first. Then it's time for your powerhouse active, retinol. You put that on to go to work renewing and rebuilding while you sleep. Finish with a good moisturizer to support your skin, and that's it. See? Simple, right?
We've talked about some amazing science-backed ingredients, but there is one product that stands head and shoulders above every single other one. If you only do one thing for your skin, this is it.
So I'll ask you directly. After everything we've talked about, the free radicals, the sun damage, the powerful actives, what do you think is the undisputed champ? The one product to rule them all?
Yep, it's sunscreen. I know, it's not the sexiest answer, is it? But it is, without a doubt, the most powerful. Why? Because it prevents the vast majority of damage from ever even happening in the first place. Every single dermatologist, every skin scientist on Earth agrees. It is the golden rule.
So just how powerful are we talking? Well, an SPF 50 sunscreen can block about 98% of the sun's UVB rays. Those are the ones that cause sunburn. And if you get one that says broad spectrum, it also protects you from UVA rays, which are the ones that cause aging. It's basically an almost complete shield against the #1 cause of skin aging and, more importantly, skin cancer.
But here's the catch. To get that amazing benefit, you have to use it right. And that means every single day. I don't care if it's cloudy, I don't care if it's raining. Put it on before you leave the house and reapply it if you're sweating or spending a lot of time outside. This one simple habit is truly the best investment you can make in your skin's future.
So, we've covered the science, the key ingredients, and the daily routine. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought: the real secret ingredient that you will not find in any bottle.
You see, the real magic bullet is consistency. Great skin does not happen overnight. It's the result of showing up for your skin day in and day out with a simple, effective routine. I promise you, patience and a consistent habit will always beat a bathroom cabinet full of expensive products that you only use once in a while.
So, the final question really is for you. Now that you know how your skin works and what it truly needs to thrive, what's one small, consistent step you can start today to support it for the long haul? Thanks so much for diving into this with me today.
All right, let's talk about anti-aging skincare. It can feel super complicated, right? Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise and get straight to the science-backed ingredients that actually make a difference. Let's dive right in.
You know that feeling when you're standing in a skincare aisle just staring at a wall of products? The crazy claims, the 10-step routines. It is a lot. If you've ever felt totally lost, you are definitely not alone. But what if I told you it's way simpler than it seems?
So, we're going to break this down like a classic comic book battle. On one side, you've got these invisible forces that are constantly attacking your skin. And on the other, you've got a small, elite squad of scientifically proven heroes ready to defend and repair.
Okay, so before we can cheer for the heroes, we really need to understand the enemy. And I mean, what are we actually fighting against every single day? These are the aggressors waging a silent war on our skin cells.
The #1 villain? Something called free radicals. The easiest way to think of them is as tiny, chaotic thieves. They come from things we can't avoid, like pollution and the sun, and they literally steal energy from our healthy skin cells. This causes a chain reaction of damage called oxidative stress, which leads directly to things like wrinkles and saggy skin.
And this is a huge one. We all think aging is just about the number of birthdays we've had, right? But it's not. The vast majority of what we think of as aging, the spots, the deeper lines, that's not from time. It's from the sun. It even has a name: photoaging.
Now, here's why it gets harder to fight back as we get older. Your skin has this amazing natural ability to heal itself. It sheds old, damaged cells and makes new ones. When you're 20, that whole process takes about a month. But look at this. By the time you're 40, it's slowed to 45 days. And at 60, it can take up to 3 months. That gives all that damage way more time to stick around.
Okay, but it is not all doom and gloom, I promise, because science has given us a whole team of powerful ingredients that can step in and help our skin out. They can fight back, they can repair the damage, and they can keep our skin strong. So let's meet the superhero squad.
First up on the team, we have vitamin C. And if you think of it as having one main job, it is protection. This is pretty much one of the most powerful and well-researched antioxidants you can ever put on your skin.
So its main superpower is acting like a personal bodyguard for your skin cells. It goes out and finds those little free radical thieves we talked about and just zaps them before they can cause any trouble. And as a pretty awesome bonus, it's amazing at brightening your whole complexion and fading those annoying sunspots.
Now, this is a really important pro tip. Vitamin C is, well, it's a bit of a diva. It's incredibly powerful, but it breaks down really fast when it's exposed to light and air. So seriously, if you ever see a vitamin C serum sold in a clear glass bottle, just walk away. You need a dark, opaque, and preferably airtight container to make sure the hero inside is still, super.
All right, next up is the absolute powerhouse of the group, retinol. You've probably heard of it. It's a type of vitamin A, and its whole game is about rebuilding and renovating your skin from the deep layers up. So here's why it's a game changer. Retinol actually goes in and speeds up that slow skin renewal cycle we just saw. But more importantly, it communicates with your cells and tells them, hey, make more collagen and elastin. And those are the two proteins that are literally the scaffolding for your skin, keeping it firm and bouncy. That's why it is the absolute gold standard for smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles.
Okay, but with great power comes great responsibility. Retinol is strong, and it makes your fresh new skin more sensitive to the sun. So this is a strictly nighttime-only ingredient, no exceptions. And you always want to start slow. Use a low percentage just once or twice a week at first and let your skin get used to it.
Our next hero isn't really a fighter or a renovator. It's more like the ultimate support system. Meet hyaluronic acid, the master hydrator. It's actually a substance our skin makes naturally to stay hydrated. Its superpower is just wow. A single molecule of this stuff can hold up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. It's like a moisture magnet. When you put it on your skin, it just pulls water in, giving you that instant bouncy, dewy look. And remember, hydrated skin is healthy skin. It's that simple.
And our final heroes in the squad work right on the skin's surface. These are the alpha-hydroxy acids, or AHAs. Think of ingredients like glycolic or lactic acid. Their job is to exfoliate and give you that smooth, polished finish. So as that skin cycle slows down, old dead skin cells can kind of pile up on the surface, making our skin look dull and rough. What AHAs do is they gently dissolve the glue that holds those dead cells on, revealing the fresher, brighter, smoother skin that was hiding underneath. It's an instant radiance boost. Phew, okay, so we've met the villains and we've met our team of superheroes. So what's next? How do we actually put them to work in a smart way? It all comes down to a really simple strategy: morning versus night.
The whole philosophy is this. During the day, your skin is in defense mode. It's a shield against sunlight and pollution. So your morning routine is all about protection. Then, at night, your body's natural repair mechanisms kick into high gear. So your evening routine is all about giving your skin the tools it needs to treat and repair itself while you sleep.
So your morning defense plan is super simple. You start with a gentle cleanse. Then you put on your vitamin C serum. That's your antioxidant shield for the day. Follow that with a good moisturizer to lock in hydration. And then the most important step of all, sunscreen. That's your shield against the #1 villain.
The night plan for repair is even simpler. Step 1, a really good cleanse to get all the dirt and sunscreen from the day off. Then, step 2 is when you bring in your heavy hitter, your treatment serum. That's either your retinol or your AHA. You generally don't want to use both on the same night. And finally, you seal it all in with a moisturizer to help your skin restore itself overnight.
Okay, we've got a solid plan, we've got our heroes in the right places, but this entire strategy, this whole beautiful battle plan, it has one single point of failure, one weakness. You guessed it, it's the sun. Every single amazing benefit we just talked about, vitamin C protecting your cells, retinol building new collagen, all of that hard work can be completely erased by unprotected sun exposure. The sun is basically the kryptonite for your entire skincare routine. I absolutely love this quote because it just nails it. You can do spending hundreds of dollars on the best serums in the world, but if you're not wearing sunscreen every single day, you are literally trying to fill a bucket that has a giant hole on the bottom. Sunscreen isn't just another step, it's the thing that patches the hole so everything else can actually do its job. So there you have it. The confusion is gone.
You know who the villains are, you've met the proven superheroes, and now you have a simple, effective battle plan. So the only real question left is, which of these heroes are you going to recruit for your team?